these white folks continue to play in our face, man, and we allow it because the white folk, not all of a sudden, this dude is a credible witness, but if his life was on the line totally by himself, then he wouldn't have any credibility in the courts of law.
Now I got a question for you, right? You being from Houston, you being in Houston, right? You know, you see the MO3 situation play out in Dallas, right? You see Yella Beezy, he gets charged, he does, you know, gets the bail for $750. When we were going through that situation, what was y'all's take on it?
On what?
The whole MO3 versus Yella Beezy versus, you know, like when you were seeing it in real time, what was Houston
talking about? What part of it? The actual gun down?
Yeah, him getting gunned down.
When I saw the gun down was I even to this day I never, because if you look at it, they in front of, and I wonder like how did MO3 know that that car had turned and it was for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he stopped and the car was, it had some yardage to go because it was turned sideways on the freeway and he stopped and like he go around. The whole thing was, I don't know, man, it's crazy. And then they run him down and the dude I just found out the cat who did it, you know, he Baby Fleece Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he messed with them boys, man. He liked to play in mud. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how and now he trying to implicate. They say Trap Boy Freddy is on the run, and how he was trying to make it sound the other day like MO3 only was responsible for half of the payment, and I'm like, man, this is insane. You know what I'm saying? And these white folks continue to play in our face, man, and we allow it because the white folk, not all of a sudden, this dude is a credible witness, but if his life was on the line totally by himself, then he wouldn't have any credibility in the courts of law. But now, since he's trying to take down another black man or 2 or 3 black men, now he's a credible witness. And I'm not saying that what he's saying is false or true. I'm just saying how the system manipulates a situation or manipulates us in this country.
Have you ever seen a star witness to a capital murder trial do an interview?
What you mean?
So he just did an interview. Right, and that's led to even more of some of the information coming out. Is he did an interview from
Not only is he gonna do an interview, y'all gonna have him on Reallyfe Street Starz.
No, he was on there.
Y'all, he gonna be on Real. He gonna do Vlad. He gonna do a full circuit. He gonna do the Danza Project. Y'all like snitches. Y'all like snitches. All you podcasting, y'all love snitches.
Everybody likes snitches, nigga.
Who?
All of y'all. Everybody wants to hear from them.
Yeah, I don't want to hear.
How do we get documentaries if we don't get no snitches?
I don't. You don't need. What kind of documentary are you talking about?
Any crime documentary.
You don't necessarily need a snitch to do a crime documentary.
What crime documentary have we never had a snitch? We would never know shit if it wasn't for the snitches.
You would know a lot because you would know a lot because we are involved in the culture. You don't need a snitch.
Who's going to tell the story if nobody's snitching?
But the story to tell a story doesn't necessarily involve snitching.
Tell me one that didn't.
Any story. I tell you stories every day. What the hell is you talking about?
Why do you hold on? How you know? Why do you think it's turned the podcast game, the blog game is turned so police? Why do you feel like all this should be getting covered by?
Nah, cause everybody is so driven to prove that they are who they are or they are as real as they portray themselves to be. Everybody wants to be viewed as some super tough guy, super gangster, or man, in the hood, if you're a killer, we all know you're a killer.
Right.
You ain't got to get you ain't no real killer ever had to announce that they're a killer. A real killer ain't got to announce he's a killer. You ain't gonna do that. Shut up.
Hey, hold on, wait. See, that's the old law. See, you got to update the game. These niggas is saying shit in their records like King Von. If I catch one more, that means it's 24. Like these niggas is letting you know how many bodies that they caught.
Nah, King Von was certified.
See, but nobody ever says, nigga, you was talking too much.
But at the same time, King Von wasn't screaming. He just tell you, I'm gonna shoot shit out of you, cake ass nigga. You got a gun that you could squeeze one time and it let off 30 bullets at one time. You don't even care who you hit. If you hit, you just want to shoot something, or you just want a body. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just want a body.
Done hit somebody grandmama.
Yeah, you just want a body, man. You don't even care. It ain't even about if I shoot who wronged me or if somebody wronged you at all, man. It's just because, we have a messed up mentality, and I don't ever take what I'm saying as me pointing the finger, because I am of the culture, I am in the culture, and I am affected by the culture, and I have participated in the culture in every aspect of it, the good and the bad. And I didn't seen a black man just look in my direction and say it to myself or say it to my partners or mouthed it to him or even said it to him, what that whole ass nigga looking at? And he might be looking past me at a female standing behind me, man. But we automatically recognize each other as enemies. You know what I'm saying? Just y'all, before we go, I want y'all to do this for me before we get up out of here. Do me a favor. Close your eyes. Now, imagine you got a gun in your hand. You loading it up. Load the clip up. Insert the clip into the gun. Cock it. Now, you up this gun. You getting ready to squeeze. Right before you squeeze, you open your eyes. Now tell me what the person looked like that you upped this gun on. Look just like you, don't it, cake ass nigga? Psychologically, you can't even, you see yourself as your own enemy, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that's a psychological battle that we gotta struggle to get over. And I don't know. I really don't know, man. I really don't know if we'll be able to surpass all of these obstacles and these hindrances in our path. Ideally, I hope and I pray as a people that we can overcome. But when I look at the reality of our situation, I'd be lying if I said I was hopeful. I was hopeful in us as a people of bettering our situation. Yeah, I really, when I look at how things are and how things are going, because they say it gets better before it gets worse, but it's just constantly it gets worse before it gets better, and it's just constantly getting worse for it. Like when will it start getting better? When will it start getting better? it's just constantly getting worse. Constantly. We can't, even if we have a moment of solace, a moment of peace, a moment of success, is destroyed by so much negativity, and so it's something gonna come along that the success that we experienced it's just gonna dissipate. It's not gonna even compare to the tragedy we have to deal with, because they're gonna make sure that the tragedy is so great and so big that it totally eclipses and erases this success, because we can't be allowed to see ourselves in a consistent cycle of success. Because when we continuously win, it builds your confidence. It changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you think. And eventually it'll change the way you act. And, everything in this world is about control. And these people just basically want to control everything and everybody. You got one or two individuals that's telling the entire world what they gonna do. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, dudes like this here telling us what we gonna do with our life and who we are. And, even flat out said that they trying to kill, they trying to kill us. So it's crazy, man. I just hope everybody survive, man. Wake up, work, put your thinking cap on. You ain't got to think like me at all. I just want you to think.
And this is about the time when the nigga turn the zero on. This is the sea of life, and I'm drowning. Man,
I hate you, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, Smackwater, you always come on the platform and give us a wealth of knowledge, man. You are one of the most pivotal individuals. Great storyteller, man. You killing them with the movies, man. We just love when you come on here because you give us that real shit, man.
Y'all was cussing like a mug.
Yeah.
Y'all was cussing like a mug. I slid 1, 2 here, but y'all was doing, so all the bleeps and all that's on y'all.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't
on me. Yeah,
you
it
did
ain't
a
on
great
me.
job.
Yeah. No, I promised Jay I was gonna tone it down on that dope, because it's monotonous to me. When I watch the interview, it's monotonous to me. You know what I'm saying? And y'all should be able to release y'all content and without me posing any threat to it, because y'all built y'all platform for that and to do that, and I shouldn't come in and try to throw a monkey wrench in what y'all got going on. And I respect that enough as a man to know, okay, man, I gotta, because I got my platform on Instagram. I could do all the monkey shit I want to do and say, so I ain't, so yeah, hey, that's what it is.
And with that being said, Smackwater, you are a real life street star.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.